Wigan Warriors, the reigning kings of the Super League, the pride of Cherry and White. After becoming the first team to win the quadruple over the same calendar year, they feel like beating Penrith in a one-off game isn't enough. In today's video, we are going to see how the back-to-back Super League champions will fare against the giants of the National Rugby League, and ultimately see if they can win a premiership. And here we have it, the Wigan Warriors have officially entered the National Rugby League. Let's go ahead and jump to round 10 and track their progress. Okay, so it is a hot start for Wigan, as 10 rounds in, they are currently 5 wins, 3 losses, sitting at 3rd overall. Looking at the stats, we do have a Wigan representative in Bevan French, who currently has the most try assists in the league. Well, he's actually tied with Braden Trindle. Now we move on to the run home. So 20 rounds into year 1, they have dropped down the ladder to 7th with 10 wins, 6 losses. The current league leaders are the South Sydney Rabbitohs, and the current wooden spoon favourites are the West Tigers. So to kick off the run home, we have a Warriors versus Warriors clash. Let's hit simulate and see how they go. And it will be Wigan who picks up the win, 32 points to 24, with the Miski picking up the player of the match. With that win, they obviously move a step closer to the top 4. And just looking at the points here, look how close the competition is. Moving on to round 22, they do take on the Panthers here. We'll simulate. And Wigan again come out with another win. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little surprised here with these results and how well they are doing. They have now broken back into the top 4 with that massive win against the Panthers. Round 23, it is a blockbuster against the league leaders in the South Sydney Rabbitohs. And they come out with the win against the Bunnies as well. Adam Kieran, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. He picks up man of the match. Round 24, they take the trip to Shark Park, and Cronulla will barely squeak by, winning 26 points to 24. As we move into round 25, it is again the clash of the Warriors here. The Warriors currently 15th, Wigan barely holding on to the top 4. And it will be Wigan once again defeating the Warriors, sweeping them for the season, with the Miski picking up a hat-trick. 2 more rounds to go, Wigan still slugging it out for a spot in the top 4, with the Broncos and the Finns, as well as the Storm, banging on the door of the 4. Let's see how they go against the 6th ranked Dolphins. And it is another win for Wigan, the Cherry and Whites, flexing their muscle here in the first year, 22 points to 22. Liam Marshall picking up man of the match. And finally, we have reached the end of the regular season. The South Sydney Rabbitohs will take out the minor premiership regardless of a win here from Wigan, and the West Tigers have avoided the dreaded wooden spoon with St. George dropping below them. So let's get through this final round, then move on to spectating the finals. Wigan versus Wests. It is a clear win for Wigan, 36 points to 22, with Liam Marshall picking up another man of the match performance. And that will bring an end to the regular season. Wigan will finish in 2nd place, 1 point shy from the minor premiers. That is one hell of a showing. As for player performances here, Miski will be crowned the top try scorer here, sitting on 30, 3 clear from the Fox. Not only that, we have Luke Thompson picking up the most meters gained. Looking at the Dally M Awards, we have Miski, the People's Choice, also robbed of the top try scorer, but take a look at the Dally M Player of the Year. We have Union Convo, Mark Nawangani Tawase. I would love to see an actual tally to see how much he won by. Looking at the Team of the Year, we have 2 Wigan Warriors. Both Miski and Kieran are the centre wing pairing. So because Wigan finished in 2nd, they will get the home final against the Broncos here. Because it is at their home ground, the commentators changed as well as the branding, which I don't mind because I wasn't expecting to actually play at Brickhouse Community Stadium. I just assumed that it'll be at Cbus, because Wigan are replacing the Titans. Field pokes his nose through again. Actually been pretty dangerous for Wigan. As they throw a double cutout, it's going to be Kade Ellis, who will get tackled. 15 outs. Wigan, 5th and last. On the toe they go, and it threads the needle of a couple of Broncos, and no way. Jay Field with the Reece Walsh dive. Kieran, a sharpshooter in real life, gets them to 6. Back with an attacking kick. And it is a bomb right down the throat of Hamid Shibasaki. And Shibasaki's in the clear. The cherry and white giving chase, but I don't think they'll be able to round him up. Yeah, nah. Shibasaki will go for a 20-meter stroll down the field. What a try. Scores are leveled, 5 to go in the half. That's a cheeky dart. And a penalty. 5th and last. Another grubber kick comes off a Bronco and a bump of doom. Pegs sent flying here as the Wigan Warriors will score their 2nd try of the match. They are definitely the real deal. Not what I was expecting spectating, I'm not gonna lie. They're swinging out wide here to Marshall. 12 minutes to go, they got a couple of plays left. As they look to work their way through the middle of the field. Inside the 10 now. As they throw another double cutout. And they just send it through the hands. Jay Field will power his way over. Man, these boys are on fire. Full time, and Wigan will get the week off as they await their opponents. A dismantling of the Brisbane Broncos here at home, 16 points to 12. Loser goes home. We have a rematch of the 2024 World Club Challenge. Wigan v Penrith. I am absolutely frothing this matchup between Dylan Edwards and Jay Field. Jay Field coming off an absolute heater, and Edwards is a cheat code in this game. Trying to get their way out the mud. And a huge hit on Scotty Sorensen. After about 11 minutes of back and forth, Wigan will get first dibs here, first crack at the line. Smith take it inside the 10. They continue to work their way to the right side of the field. Cade Ellis gets close, but they do flip him. One off the ruck. Harvard gets over. That's his 2nd try in this final series. So last play, they do make it inside the 10. It'll be an attacking kick that will get scooped up. Isaiah Yeo. Oh, there's no way he breaks away from that distance. They're not even getting close to Isaiah Yeo. And the co-captain of the Panthers will give Penrith some life here to start the 2nd quarter. And he's hyped about it. A pass into space. And Edwards, the cleanup crew, will put a stop to that. I'm surprised with how many holes we've seen Wigan exploit. 2 players remain in the tuck for the Wigan Warriors as they look to go wide again. A staple here from Jay Field. And Jay Field steps around 2 players. Wow, this guy's different. Look at this. Steps around IPAP. And the matchup we wanted to see versus Edwards gets around him as well. They've done it. The Wigan Warriors have booked a ticket to the biggest event on the NRL calendar. Wow, this experiment could be done in the 1st year. We may not even have to use the wheel. Right now, what stands between them and an NRL Premiership is the Brisbane Broncos, a rematch of Week 1 of finals. And that right there is what it's all about. Wigan, no changes. What I will say though, for those wondering where Wardle is, he's actually been injured. For the Broncos, all superstars are on deck. Walsh, Mam, Reynolds, Carrigan, Haas, Benny Hunt to come off the pine. They've got revenge on their mind, especially Reece Walsh. With Jay Field hitting the Reece Walsh signature dive in front of him, he'd be fuming. Are we witnessing the birth of a new rivalry? As Wigan finally take the field, 80 minutes, and the job is done. in year one. Can they do it against this absolute superstar team of the Bronx? Speaking of superstars, there he is, Reece Walsh, to lead them out. Man, these visuals are stunning. Audio, atmosphere on point as well. Glaze aside, this is easily the best grand final cutscene we've ever gotten. I think I said this when I was playing the Rabbitohs career mode as well, but yeah, it is what it is. This is bloody hectic. Space found for the Bronx. Walsh flings it wide, and it's an error that will fall on the lap of Eckersley, who will make a few meters off that. All of a sudden, Wigan with an opportunity inside the 10. They give away a set restarts here. The Broncos, the discipline, lifelike, I'm not gonna lie. They've been pretty good in the red zone. I will say this final series, Wigan Warriors, they've got a knack of finding the line as they go one off the ruck to Bevan French. And French will be the first to draw blood here in the NRL Grand Final. I want to have a look, but he does get it down. Brendan Piakura will get past the 30. That's a great scoot. Corey Pakes catching the markers off guard. Last play, and they send it to the skies. A back, and Pakes, the lifeline of the Brisbane Broncos right here in the second half, gets them on the board. And the tough kick is executed by the vet. Miski absolutely robbed blind of the top try scorer at the Dally M Awards here, as Harvard will get them 5 meters out, fifth and last, and a couple of quick passes will make its way out to Bevan French as he gets a double. Wow. Kieran, 2 from 2. He's been solid too this series. And it's a regular old kick. I fear the job is done, as Miski steps around one, and we'll have a foot race here to close out the NRL Grand Final. Miski will separate himself from the chasers. What a play to close out the game here. Kieran will be 3 from 3. The final play of the game. The job is done in their first attempt. I think we'll cut comms and just enjoy this final cutscene. Wow, absolute scenes. We didn't even have to go to the Wheel of Legends here to give them a hand, as Wigan come out on top in their first attempt. Bevan French picking up the Clive Church medalist. What a scoreline too, 18 points to 6. Season complete, mission accomplished, the Wigan Warriors secure the NRL Premiership. Seeing as this was supposed to last 3 seasons, we may as well sim through this next season to see if they can go back to back. So at the end of the regular season, the defending premiers Wigan Warriors finish just outside the top 4. Week 1 of finals, year 2 looks like this. The Panthers versus the Rabbitohs in the first semi-final qualifier. Sudden death, you have the Storm versus the Dolphins, the Roosters versus Wigan Warriors, and the other semi-final qualifier, the Broncos and the Warriors from New Zealand. As for the Dally M's, Adam Kieran gets a Centre of the Year award again. Next up, Roosters versus Warriors of the Wigan kind. Time to simulate. And Wigan get by comfortably. This new rivalry between the Broncos and the Wigan Warriors is in full effect. Broncos looking for a little bit of revenge here, so we'll hit some. And Brisbane will fall to Wigan. Speaking of rivalries, there's plenty going on here in the preliminary finals. We have Penrith versus Wigan in a finals setting once again, and on the other side of the bracket, the New Zealand Warriors versus the Melbourne Storm. We could potentially see the clash of the Warriors. And you know New Zealand will be up for that, seeing as they did get handed 2 losses last season. I'm telling you right now, if Wigan make it to another NRL final, we're definitely watching it. The Penrith Panthers finally get some revenge here as they shut down all talks, all hopes of Wigan going back to back. As for the 2026 premiers, it'll be the New Zealand Warriors who come out on top. And that'll bring an end to this little experiment of placing the Wigan Warriors in the NRL. They found success in their first year and unfortunately fall short of going back to back, but still a success regardless. They only had 3 attempts at it. Yeah, we will be calling the video there. If you did enjoy it, be sure to run straight at that like button. If you have any suggestions for future experiments, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.